This podcast is sponsored by Dollar and Eyewear. Activate your alter ego with Dollar and Eyewear and start seeing life through a different set of lenses. Shop DollarandEyewear.com. Tell them Demetrius Lee and Angela Lee in the Lee Life Experience Podcast sent you. Thank you.
Hi, welcome to a new episode of the Lee Life Experience Podcast. You have Angie and Demetrius here, and we will be your hosts for this evening. We want to thank you so much for rocking with us, and we always take the opportunity to think, because you could be doing a lot of other things, but we need some more of your help. Don't forget to share us. I know everybody say Angie, we like talking about, but don't be selfish. Go ahead and share us with your loved ones, with your family and your friends, and being able to share us on your social media platform in order to get our voices across many other platforms. So again, we want to tell you, thank you so much for those of you who are with the Lead Life Experience podcast. Thank you those who are with the family. And if you are somebody and you are new to us, welcome. We enjoy new people coming along the way. But if you want to get on our VIP list, and if you also want to get your topics heard, I want you to take out your phones right now and being able to text me right now, and you want to be able to text the word relationship. You want to put relationship without an S on it into the message box, and you're going to text 833-370-1608. That's 833-370-1608, and put relationship in the comment. And you also, if you want to be able to put exactly what you have, a question that you want to hear what Demetrius or I have an opinion about, go ahead and you can put that question into the text box as well, and I will receive the message and being able to get back with you monetarily. If you want to be able to be a guest on the Lead Life Experience podcast, and I know some of you do not want your faces shown, then guess what? You can come on anonymously and being able to alter your voice, alter your name, and being able to add your input onto the topics that have been emailed or texted in. So again, text us at 833-370-1608. Demetrius, how you doing?
I'm doing Little Honey Bunch, and I want to tell my lovely people, like you told them, hey, the people who've been texting, emailing us in the topic, y'all come up with some good topics. I give y'all credit, but I told my wife back in a while back, this stuff going, people come with these topics, it's going on in your life. And I want you to talk about it. Don't think, Carl, well, I don't think nobody wants, yeah. Well, but you got to think in your mind what's going on in your relationship. It means a lot to us. And people in the world going through the same thing y'all going through. Now, you don't know them. Of course you don't know them, but at least bring the topics up. And get y'all the number. Take the topic, email it, and let's get this thing going so we can help people. And you can help me too, because y'all talking about, I have been in that situation, or thought about it, or I almost headed the direction. So I appreciate it. Take it over, honey bunch.
All right. Hey, I love it. So again,
hey, one more time. Give me the number again.
It's 833-370-1608, and put relationship without an S into the comment box, and you would be able to reach us, or being able to add your information to our VIP list. And that way, whenever we in a town or a city near you, or any updates, you will be one of the first to know that's in that community. Like if we come into a town near you, or if we dropping in any merch, or if you want to
tell them about our mixer we're going to do. Our mixer is what we're doing.
Yes, we got a mixer. Yeah, we are
located
in networks of planning. And if you are somebody and you would like to host us, so if you would love for us to come to your city, what you want to do by being a host is being able to go to that establishment, being able to get us the contact information, and we'll be able to let our assistant reach out to that establishment to go ahead and put all the booking information together. So when you saying host, that means that you, say for instance, if you lived in Greenville, South Carolina, you'll be able to go to whatever establishment. I'm just gonna say Embassy Suite. I think Demetrius, don't I hear everybody talk about the Embassy Suite, the rooftop on Embassy Suite?
Yeah, downtown Greenville.
Downtown Greenville. So if you stayed in Greenville and you said, hey, Angie, I would love to host y'all, and you want to recommend Embassy Suite for us to do the meetup, then you would contact us and you do it with the same number 833-370-1608
Explain to
and
them.
put meetup in the message box. And by putting meetup in there, that will let us know that hey, you would like to be a host and being able to get the information for us. And you have, since you live in that city, being able to get your friends or your loved ones to come out and being able to support us, and we will actually host and air the podcast there. So, and being able to give you a shout out and let you know what all kind of goodies. So we'll make sure we give you a nice gift for being able to host us in your city. So we want to go on tour. We want to take the Lead Life Experience on tour, and being able to have somebody in that city to host us. And again, we would highly appreciate that. But text us 833-370-1608 and put meetup in the comments so we'll know, hey, I want to meet you in Demetrius. So yeah,
Honey Bun,
thank you. Yeah.
I'm asking you a question. Explain to everybody, make sure we right.
Yeah.
On the meetup mixer,
Yeah.
tell them it's for couples, right? Like
Yeah, it's for
couples,
couples.
single people going through
It's
relationship problem that trying to meet people. Explain to them if they know what you're talking about.
Yeah, these mixers are gonna be so phenomenal, you all. The mixer is where Demetrius and I are adding a new segment in it, and we're gonna be so if you have a single friend that you would like to put on this panel. So we're gonna have a panel. We can't say exactly what the number will be, but a panel, and it's gonna be like a matchmaking. So you will be able to come, and you're gonna come there, and we're gonna try to match you up with some kind of eligible bachelor. You have to be single, of course. You can't be married and separated. You can't be single with situationship. We need you to be fully totally single, to be honest, up front, because Demetrius and our name and reputation is riding off this. So we need you to be single, and you want to be able to match you up with the eligible bachelor, because a lot of you have came up and a lot of you saying, Angie, I know you have some single nurse friends, and I do. And you want to be able to, of course, with these ladies that they coming with their table already met, made or set, and they need a nice gentleman, they need a nice suitor to come and being able to kind of complete what they life circle for them. So, and me as you asking Demetrius, those of you who on the railroad, or you don't have to be in neither one of these professions, y'all, to be part of the mixer. But I'm just saying that's what Demetrius and I are. And Demetrius' friends as well. They're like, hey, I'm busy, I'm working, I'm on this train all the time. And I just need me a nice young lady who not looking for a trick, who is looking for a nice date. They really want to listen, ladies.
And I want
Men.
me a nice young nurse making money, or a woman just who ain't making a nurse, but she's trying to get to a point where she got her own business, or she trying whatever profession she gotta get to. All I gotta do is help her. She can help herself. We can go forward and be successful. That's what the men talking about. Not me now. The men I'm talking to.
Yeah, so being able to have an even playing ground, and I think when Demetrius and I were together the first time, we did not have these fundamentals laid down as a foundation, and that's the reason why the marriage didn't last. Both of us was young, both of us was living off our own peers, and I'm saying peers, I'm saying we were living off the environment of what we was in. So we didn't have a foundation. We just was operating after us. And the things that we have learned over the years, that now we want to help other people, other individual women and men, being able to look forward and saying, things that Demetrius and I learned the hard way, the single way, the struggling way, the married way, the infidelity way, the committing adultery way. We want to put all that in a mix and being able to offer you the best advice. And we know that at the end, it's ultimately dependent on you, but being able to come into an environment on what you want to look for. So, by Demetrius and I hosting these mixers, that hopefully and prayerfully that you'll come with an honest state. And if we have to do, if I do, I can do background checks to make sure these are not anybody who's on the FBI most wanted, male or female, and being able to give you somebody because dating now is scary. Tinder is scary. Some of the other apps are scary. I mean, I'm hearing it from both sides. So you all, let's put together, help us put together an environment for, love. Because Demetrius and I, we believe in love. And we know that you can be happy if you choose to not be so selfish. And a lot of times, and Demetrius and I are still work in progress. But the thing that Demetrius and I learned, this is what we learned that we didn't know the first time, that number one, having a relationship with your God, whomever your higher power is, but for us, we Christians, and well, of a Christian faith, I should say. But for Demetrius and I, we know the things that we shouldn't have done. And what I'm saying that is that if you already have been married and you want to get back out there, Demetrius, what would be your advice? What would be your advice to somebody who, they've been divorced and, they want to get back out here and, they was in a marriage, for many, many, many years and, trying to get back out here and date. So you have some that want to play catch up because they wasn't, married so long. But, men can do that. But unfortunately, women, they can't. And, it's harder for us to go out and, we've been, with a man for so long, in our younger years, then here we are 30, 40, 50, and just not getting back single. And we trying to go back and get our 20, the years back in the 20s, and it's not working.
I would tell them first thing. I'm gonna say. I mean, say this, I've been doing the podcast over a year now, and anybody listening to this podcast, know I'm gonna say this here. You gotta love yourself first.
Very.
You gotta love yourself first. Then you get out there. Once a man see you love yourself, he gonna know you the one for him. You gonna know he ain't the one for you. It gonna go both ways.
Yeah.
So love yourself first. Get into that Bible. Hey, you ain't got to read the Bible. Whatever religion you in, just get in something that go mold you, keep your head right, take you to the right place, and love yourself. And I promise you, you're gonna be all right. That's what I would tell them. Main thing, love yourself. Get into your religion. Believe whatever you want to believe in. But everybody think at the end of the day we believe in good and right people. We don't want no bad people in our life. And everything come out for them. It work out for them, man. It work out for them.
Well, it's always those horror stories. But before we get off on a tangent, because
No,
this
we ain't
could,
doing that now.
yeah, no, I'm saying this could be a whole podcast topic really by itself. Of,
Yeah.
dating gone wrong and being able to, I got a couple of
Talking about
friends
dating now. Oh, yeah.
dating now in the 2024, and we got old and young, um, friends that's able to contribute to the horror stories of dating, dating in South Carolina, dating in Atlanta, so being able to offer, what kind of advice, people would have. So anyway, you all just stay on the lookout for what's coming up. And like I said, we working out the details now of our first on tour mixer, on is with the live podcast. And so those of you, if you've never been to Georgia, I think that's going to be our first stop. Georgia is going to be our first stop. And Demetrius, we can already tell them that the location, that's the location we're going to keep, the location we went for John.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we already know our first location. So if those of you who are new to and have never been to Georgia and you really want to get to Georgia, then I highly suggest you to go ahead and once we get all the details finalized, book your hotel stay, because everything in this hotel, everything is right there in this hotel.
Yeah,
So
yeah. That's right. You told us
yeah,
all.
restaurants, you can, once your car is parked, you don't have to literally move it to go anywhere unless you just want to. And so that's the locations that we would prefer, that it's a one-stop shop, that once you get there, especially if you coming out of town and you traveling to Georgia, we would love the opportunity to, get you where you can kind of sightsee. And one thing that, if we're going to make it like more like a weekend, we don't want to take up your entire weekend. We want you to be able to look around, because that's one thing that Demetrius and I learned from these previous trips, that either we're gonna go a day before or stay a day after. We're never gonna go on a trip and exhaust all our time, taking into a thing and not realizing that we never had any chance to explore. That, and I mean, even saying it for Georgia, like Demetrius, we got to get out. Like we just gonna go and explore, Georgia or South Carolina. So you all be on the lookout for that. All right, Demetrius, where are we
Okay.
going today?
We're going to the barbershop.
Oh,
The
barbershop.
barbershop tale. The
Okay.
horror stories in the barbershop. Yeah.
All
Now,
right.
go ahead, baby.
You
Talk to
all
me.
listen. Demetrius is offering something new, and when I say something new,
I'm
he
in
was out.
Georgia. I'm one of these Georgia
Yeah,
boys now. They're
and
talking
so
down here.
yeah, so and I told him to to me it reminds me when I'm hearing him talk, it reminds me of Taxi Cab Confessions. And so I told Demetrius, I said, you need to start you a
Barbershop.
barbershop chronicles. It need to be the barbershop talk or whatever you want to call it. But it's what the guys talk about, in the barbershop that we women, and I know some women do go to the barbershop. I'm not saying that, but it's predominantly men. And so when nothing but men are there, what are they talking about, ladies? I want to know. So
Oh,
Demetrius,
boy, that good topic now, boy. Go ahead, honey, boy. I'm going to tell them.
no. So Demetrius, I'm gonna give the floor to you, because I don't know where you coming from, but I'll be able to add my input in it. So you all hope you enjoy this new section of the Barber Talk Tales. Okay, we better go ahead and coin that. Let me look it up and see can we go ahead and get that copy. Go ahead and trademark that before it get gone.
Well, I'm going to tell y'all, ladies and gentlemen, because, the brother got to get his hair cut, get trimmed up. I've been in the barbershop, and 3 times, like in 2 months, this conversation came up to me. Not to me, like, I got a podcast, but they was talking to each other, say, you need to bring in your podcast. I said, well, I'll do that. I show the brother love, because, they're talking, I show love. The topic was, what do you think about a man, just a man, having more than one wife in the same household? Could it work? Could you have a wife, another wife, or two girlfriends, or could you have a wife and a girlfriend? It can go all kind of ways because you can't get married twice because it's illegal in the United States. So you have your wife and a girlfriend in the same house. Could it work? And that the topic came up. They said, you want me to ask my wife about it? Bring to my wife. Ask me about it. And my answer probably going to shock a lot of y'all, what I'm going to say about that, because one thing, I'm 54 years old. So I really got a dog in this fight. I don't even think like that. I mean, I was a younger man. This is what I would think if I was a younger man. And it was legal. I mean, if the women that I was dealing with, they proved it, I believe it worked. I believe a man can have 2 women in the house and get along good. Now, I don't believe he can have 2 women spread it out. It ain't gonna work because he living in the household and one gonna get jealous. But they're in the same household, getting the same treatment. I believe it worked. I really, I mean, honestly, I think it worked, man. Now, y'all young cat, this podcast, older cats, don't take your house up now. Don't mess your home up now. We just talking about because I around these young fellas now in the barbershop now. He kept like I call him young because like in their 30s, 35, between 35 and 40. I say boy, because
Yeah.
I really know these fellas. I assume that's how they were. But I believe that a man can have a house with 2 women in it, with kids, and can make it. And the women can get along. They can be friends. And I'm gonna go deeper when I Angie talk. I'm gonna go deeper into it. Why I believe it. Y'all might agree with me, disagree with me. But Honey Bun,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get the flow to you right now. Let you say what you got with the boys in the barbershop. I want you to come in the boys in the barbershop where they say they was just talking. The men was just talking. Go ahead, it's on you.
But what really is the question though? What they want to know?
You want to know could it work? Could a man have 2 women because they want 2 women in the same household? That's a family. Could it
Okay.
work?
Okay.
You a woman. I mean, For you ask the question, I want you to think deep. Imagine it now, okay? You old. I mean, you're both old. Me ain't been do that. But can you look? Can you go back like in your 20s and look back on it? Can you think you can have? Just try it. You can't. I understand.
I'm just say, Demetrius, it's all to me, it's all on what you've been brought up and introduced to. I did have a did have a cousin that was on about that lifestyle, and when he had that lifestyle, it worked for them. You
Hold on.
know,
Stop. You had a cousin. What lifestyle they were living? Can you explain to the
a
audience?
poly relationship. So a poly, which is meaning more than one,
Yeah.
that they were in a relationship. So with them being in their relationship, he had one lady that he was already talking to. He ended up falling in love. I'm not gonna
Stayed
say falling
together
in
or
love.
separate?
Oh
They
no,
stayed
they
together.
stayed together. They went
Okay.
ahead and both of the ladies was in the car, and we looking at them like, are they crazy? But he treated both of them. I'm gonna say the same. He had children by both of them, and and they all grew up, and the siblings are close to this day. So he's not with neither one of those ladies now. He went on to marry somebody else, but for a long time, that's the relationship that he had. And I'm sure, they fussed and fought and argued, for a long time. The two ladies did. And then I don't know, like, how did they come to that agreement? I would love to reach out to them to let them be a guest on the podcast to
Yeah.
see how were you able to convince them to allow you to go ahead and being able to live comfortably in their household, and then y'all riding around in the car like one big family. And I mean, like I said, I feel like if you were brought up and you was introduced that way, then Demetri, that would be kind of hard for me to go along with that now. If you presented something and you saying, "Hey, Angie, I want a girlfriend," like how would that work with the dynamic of us now? I don't see how that would be a conversation for me to
Yeah.
entertain. But I
Yeah.
feel if you and I had just came back together and say that you were already involved with somebody else, and you still was messing with me, or vice versa, and then we went ahead and said, well, we're not leaving each other alone. And then this other person realized, like, hey, you know what? I'm okay with it. Then, I feel like that's how relationships like that happen. I can't see, and I'm not gonna call any woman, crazy for that, because it is some very professional women, and I'm
Hold on.
saying,
Hold on. Why you talking? Hold on. Cut y'all. While you talking, when I get to talking again, I want you to look. There's a lot of countries do that. I want you to find a country. Go ahead, finish the conversation. I want you to find a country that a lot is legal. I
well,
think
you talking
India,
about, wait a
India
minute,
one of them. Ain't it?
but you talking about marriage. Well, I'm not talking about marriage. I'm just
No,
talking
I'm
about.
talking about just women. Period. I ain't gotta be married. I say marriage, single, the way you want to do it.
No, but see, it's a difference. That's what I'm telling you. You, even in the United States, Demetrius, you can have more than one person. You're not committed to them, but you can
Yeah,
only be married to one.
that's right.
Where in some other religions that you can have multiple wives, because
Oh.
they is the Harishadon way they have been. Like Dr. Umar, he letting you know.
Can you Google that? Can you Google and find out the countries who allow that?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's just certain religions that allow it. You
But
not one of the ones. You're not in that religion. You're not born in those religions, so it's gonna be hard for you to come and saying, okay, well, I'm over here in the United States, but I want to practice my Muslim, or I want to practice, doing it.
say
Dr. Umar,
my money right. Taking person there.
again, if you're going to do that, then you coming into the relationship, letting people know that, hey, I am in a relationship, and this is what I'm gonna have. Just like, for instance, Kevin Gates. Kevin Gates openly talk about that him and his wife openly have invite people into their bedroom. And allegedly, Tiny and Ti, they are in the United States. Where Kevin Gates was. That's Kevin Gates was
Allegedly right. Allegedly right.
what? What you talk?
Allegedly,
Which one allegedly?
both of them. You say
No, Kevin Gates openly talk about it, so it's not allegedly when you can
okay.
prove it.
Oh, he talk about it, but Ti
But
alleged
Kevin Gates talking in his principles are Muslim.
okay.
Those are his principles. So if that's his principle, if I were to go and meet Kevin Gates right now, then I have to be open and willing to know that those are the principles that he's not having a one woman. That he's open to bringing other people into the bedroom. That has to be okayed and cleared. Where you talking about somebody such as a T.I. and Tiny, who is over here that's American, and they practicing in whatever faith they believe in, but they over here, and I know they already a husband and wife. That if I'm coming to play with them, and they just having, a threesome, that's totally different. Then there's no obligations to that. That's what I'm telling you. The men's over here in the United States, if you are opening your door to people and you calling it poly meaning we all are in one sequence in a chord that we all know it's a union. It's a union and we are not breaking it up. If you and I were together on this, then Demetrius, we go to get a female. If we were to go get a female, then we saying to the female, hey, Demetrius and I are married. You are just gonna be whatever you're gonna be, but Demetrius and I are not getting, breaking up over it. We are husband and wife. Those are the things, and I'm saying it because those of you, many of you know, I was adult novelty consultant for many years before I became a nurse. And I told you, I went to, when I was hosting parties, the lady came in my shopping room and she said, I am getting this for me and my husband's girlfriend. And they were black people. And that's what she said to me. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm like the sales consultant, so I'm, you know, I was just speechless because I never had anybody say that to me. I done heard of girls on girls. I done heard of guys on guys. I done heard about homosexual activities. Not have I. What you did that for?
I can finish. I'll tell you why I did that.
But I never did it. I never heard a conversation of them talking about having openly talking to, bringing people in. And so then when I start hearing it, and then it became the norm because depending
Okay,
on
okay,
what.
okay, okay. Stop. You say bring people in. Yeah, why I did that. I was talking about got no problem with homosexual. Ain't got no problem with that. But I'm saying bringing a man in. I'm thinking about a younger me. A man on me and my girl. Nah, can't do that. Not cause the homosexual. It just I can't see no man beating up my girl.
Oh, but you can see a woman do it, no. But you want the woman to see that for you though. That's what you're saying. That's a
No,
little
I'm
bias.
saying
But
I
that's
was
a
a
little
younger
bias,
person.
right? But that's a little
I
bias. Wait a minute.
yeah.
Well, hold on. I want you to think about this before you speak. You telling me that I can't take another man, entertaining and
Yeah,
laying
beating up
with
my
to my
wife, beating up my
wife.
girl. My girl, yeah.
But you okay with your wife having to have that mental picture of you touching her husband, of another woman touching her
Well,
husband or pleasing her
I,
husband?
I can take a woman touching my wife. I can take that,
You
but I
think
think
so?
no man.
Man, you
Hold on, whoa,
kidding.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
You
whoa.
kidding.
I couldn't do it now, but I think I was a younger person in my 20s. Where the world going now? I bet my mind can just that. I can.
Again, that is because you are bringing it to the table and you saying this is what I'm offering. That's what we're not talking about a me and a you. We giving you scenarios that if you're talking about a scenario is different. And listen, you all, we're gonna take a break because this is getting a little heated, and I want to
Oh
know
Lord,
more.
it's
This
break
is
time.
it's
Let's get
break
a break.
time.
Let's get a break.
This is the Lead Life Experience Podcast. Hi, we are back. This is the Lead Life Experience Podcast, and if you are just now tuning in, Demetrius here is having a conversation about what the guys talk about, a topic the guys talk about in the barbershop. So, ladies, I know we all want to know. So, come on and let's tune in as we hear more of this conversation. All right, Demetrius, go ahead and pick up where you left off.
Nah, I was saying we left out was that it's like I was saying myself. I know I'm not saying myself. A woman in the house with two women in the same household, and I want to take this here. I want y'all to think about it now. You got lion. You got a male lion. You got a male deer. You got a bear, insects, tigers, everybody animal that you know that God made, human nature, it be a male with 4 or 5 women, a cow, a bull. Bull be women. Everybody got what make us different as a man because we human. We ain't no better. We the same thing. We come with the same genetic. So I think a man, I look now on, now do I want to do it? I'm going to get this credit part. No, I don't want 2 women. So y'all women get out my inbox. I'm not going to do that. I don't want 2 women. I can't handle what I got. But these young people coming up, they might can handle it. Well, I can't. I can tell the truth. I ain't going to lie to them. But these young generation, yeah, I think they can handle 2 or 3 girls at one time. And
How?
I think
How? If you can't,
it got to be in the same house. It can't be, think about an animal like a lion. He got 5 or 6 females with him, but they're all together. So everybody know everybody. If they were separate, they'd probably fight. Say a lion, he had 1 female with him. The other one would cross the land about 2 miles. They get to fighting. But they get along when you together because you understand, you realize what you're getting, it ain't no big deal. I'm going to say that she getting. Y'all can get along that way. Just think about it, what I'm saying now. Y'all in this podcast, men and women, y'all women gonna cuss me out. Oh, he crazy. No,
sure.
I don't get mad, but they think about it. Look at the animals. Don't look at what I'm saying. Look at animal. Well, I ain't no animal. No, you an animal. But we all came from the same genetic work. You think God has made everybody, all these people have 4 or 5 wives, but because we human, but we gotta have 1. No, he didn't make it like that. The universe ain't built like that. But you know, I was just saying, y'all can do it. It can work. Go ahead, Hunter Button. Let you go.
Demetrius.
Get your word in. Go ahead.
I don't know what you've been drinking.
No, the boy in the barbershop.
Or what you've been eating for this conversation to be for you to go along with these shenanigans and being able to say that no, you can't do it, but for the younger people, it'll work. I'm just gonna
say
you
train your mind to
hold
do
on.
it. Work.
I'm just gonna say this, and I already told you that before.
All right.
Anybody can train themselves to do anything. I don't care what it is. Yep. Fight or flight. You think you stand on an island by yourself with no food, nothing but plants, you'll survive.
Hold on. Let me talk. So you tell them what religion do that, they get along with it. Before you get to tell them. Just tell them that it's going on right now. Ain't it happening right now?
Demetrius.
Is it happening right now? Yes or no?
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to apologize for cause I don't know why Demetrius is saying the things that he is saying because he's not in agreement with his wife. His wife is not saying it. I'm just only saying to you when I'm hearing him saying, "Oh, it can work. It can work." Well, if you feel like it can work, like I told him, and you all, he let me hear the clip of Charleston White. Those of you who know who Charleston White is, if you follow him. He let me hear the clip with Charleston White saying that. And I told him to insert the clip so that way people will get more context of what he's talking about. When Charleston White was talking about the attitude of the average black woman and being able to not being able, everything is her way and have to be flowed around the attitude and emotions of a black woman. What I said to Demetrius is, I don't care how many you get. And, I did go and I searched, I did do a search on the cultures that allowed it, that's permitted. And they said some, especially the Islamic culture, they do it and they can have up to 4 women, 4 wives at one time. And most of the Muslims and people in Africa, some of them, but if that's their choice to do. But many of them, those women don't have a choice. Because you already growing up, I was born in Africa right now, and if I get to whatever age I get to, and I'm having to get a man, and I'm already coming into the relationship knowing what are my responsibilities are and how many is going to be. So the mindset and the molding and the grooming is going to be different. You can't come over here in America where I already have been free and then try to contain my mind to think, oh, I got sister wives. For those of you who do practice that, I'm not knocking you. But if that's what you want to do and you okay with doing it. But to me, I really think this is where I feel like when people bring other people into their relationship, into their bedroom, I have seen and heard more complications come from the threesomes. That both of them was open and willing and participated because they felt, oh well, we just gonna do this and it's in agreement. But
Well,
what's
hold
gonna happen?
on. You got correct now. You say you seen. The people want to make you. What you mean by you seen?
I'm talking about seeing real people who done practice that.
Okay, make sure almost that you been involved in. Make sure you might understand. Go ahead,
The point is when you have personally known people who actively have did this, and when I'm talking about a threesome, because over here in the United States, people are not practicing poly. A lot of people who saying they doing it is because they something that new people are trying to push an agenda. But if you and your man say, hey, you know what, I'm gonna have these sister wives and that's how he's grooming us to be, then guess what? That's what it will be. But you're not telling me you've been married for X amount of years and you come home like, oh, I got this girl that I want to meet. And to keep you from cheating, you're gonna bring her in. Okay, now so it's gonna be a threesome. But
no,
what's gonna
stay. She
happen? Hold
live.
on.
She live with y'all.
She can live there. So she live with us, and then what's gonna happen when one of them get jealous? When we spend them a little more time, then because everybody has it. If you go get somebody right now, Demetri, the things that you and I complain about, if we get somebody new, you're gonna have that adrenaline rush of something new. It happens to everybody. It doesn't matter. When you and I separated and was divorced, you went to somebody new. They're gonna do things because it's somebody new. But I can pretty much promise you, some of the things that you experience out there in the street is not something that you experience here at home, being your wife, and vice versa. When you in the streets, you doing of the streets. You're doing what your competition doing. So when you have this another person here and you doing it, I'm like, oh, okay. Then what if she decide to say, you know what, I really want your wife more than I want you. She don't even want the man, which it happens.
Yeah.
Then I done seen, well, guess what? They go and get a threesome, and the woman who normally was more feminine tendencies, she go get more of a stud, who she's really attracted to anyway. Even though she on down low, her husband don't know, he go along with it, and guess what? The stud end up getting pregnant. I have several people that I know have babies. How you think they get those babies? You know why? Because of the experiment. So I don't care which way you dice it, whether you get it or
whoa. Don't put me upside down.
no,
I'm just
I'm just telling
put
you.
that on me now.
I'm
Don't
just
put it
get,
on
I'm
me.
just telling you the scenario. No matter which one you say, you thinking that's what a lifestyle that you want, and that's every man dream. What they say, that's every man dream. To have
I
two
said
women.
I want a lifestyle. I could say me. I
I
said the
said
barbershop boy.
everybody,
I
Demetrius.
said,
I said
oh,
everybody. I said everybody.
I
When
mean,
everybody,
hey fella, I might hear home or something. Go ahead.
no, I'm just telling you. You keep saying that, and you have said that. You have voiced your opinion about that subject. I'm just only telling you. When you are fine, if you're gonna go along there, and men, you are an idiot if you think a woman's gonna be okay with having a woman there. That means you getting pleasure.
Hold on.
You okay for
Other
a
coaches
woman to
doing
do
it. Other coaches doing it.
what that
They
mean?
fine with it. Why a black man can be fine with it?
See, listen to how you talking.
No,
Everybody know.
you say a Muslim doing
No,
it.
every coach is doing it. Look what I just said. Every coach is doing it because they've been born into it. You
Yeah.
ain't, but they ain't just come up today and say, "Oh, well, you know what? Now I want to go do this cause Europe doing it." That ain't how that works. That's for generations. Your grandmother telling you
It can be changed. A mindset can be changed with another
yes,
coach.
a mindset can be changed. But Demetrius, you can't tell me you want to do Muslim practices and you're not Muslim. You got to take everything that come with it. You got to be okay that if you saying okay for you to get your girlfriend, you got to be okay with me saying I want me a boyfriend. You have to be okay with it. You cannot open the door to Pandora box and not accept everything that's gonna come with it. Because I'm telling you, somebody is going to get jealous. Somebody is going to have some repercussions about it. Somebody's not going to like it. And a lot of people have lost their relationships. You know why? Because somebody liked it more than the other one. They saying, you know what? I'm going over here. I'm over here with my wife. But I don't really want Angie because I really like what Tisa doing. And if Tisa over here make it, the chemistry is stronger with Tisa, what do you need Angie for? So you know what? A lot of nights are gonna be. You're gonna be over there with Tisa.
I may add on. We'll cut you out. You heard of Chris Bender?
Yeah. Yeah.
He made a song. Who would I choose?
Yeah.
He said two girls. He got two girls. He loved both of them.
And guess what? And he
one
wasn't.
Physical,
They went up on the same roof.
I don't know.
They wasn't up on the same roof.
Hold on, the man made a song.
Why would he have to choose? That's what I'm telling you.
He said one more mentally and one physical. So you might have one woman got good sex. She fussing in the bed.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't want to have a business.
Yes.
She got good sex.
I totally agree. But I'm just only saying that if that's gonna go all right with you, then men's got to have to be okay with a woman having two men.
No.
Okay then. Well, that's what I'm saying.
Hold on. I'm asking you a question. Listen to the question. I said a lion. Why a lion? A male lion got 5 females, no male with him. Why?
I don't know. But I'm just only telling you.
No, ask the question.
I can't answer the question. That's what I'm telling you.
All right, hold on, right there. How about a bull, a cow in the pasture? He went 25.
When you asked me the question before, because I went ahead and I Googled the answer for you.
Nature,
and I told you because it's nature and breeding. I'm just only telling you, Demetrius, if you want that many women, if you want multiple women, then you have to be okay with if you a bull.
Another bull beat that.
You got, and guess what? And you have however many you have to be okay with another bull coming, and he having to make me.
Hell no, it don't work like that. Nature
yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Hold on.
Yes, it does.
Look at a goat. A goat. One goat with all the shit.
You have to be okay with it. You have to be.
Look at nature. I ain't making this up. Look at nature. It's always one male with 4 or 5 women. 5 female,
and they are for breeding and going ahead to reproduce because they know the women can only be pregnant for so long. They don't want the animals to extinct. That's why I read it to you. I told you that's why.
A human can do it. Why a human can do the same thing?
You tell me why? Because they got personalities. Because a human got personalities. I'm telling you why. The animals can't talk.
They got their own style, Angie.
But they can't talk.
But nature.
They cannot sustain. They can't go work a job. So you can't not compare yourself to animals that's living out there on the land that don't care.
I think we all the same.
Nah, we different.
We want to make we say we different. The animal think they're different. A cow think, a bull think. Look at that black man over there, that white man. I'm different too. He think he's different.
He don't know no color. He can't talk.
He knows something different about him.
He don't know psychologically. Now, okay, why he know to eat you then? How come he'll eat you? How come you were so worried?
I said a bull.
When I was in Africa, how come you were so worried about that?
I said a bull now. I said bull now.
But you asked about a lion too. Yeah. How come you were so worried about that lion? Me taking that picture in the safari. Why was you so worried?
God damn, man, you pay bill right here, man. You pay bill. Hey, what you gonna work? I needed you.
Listen, that. Wow.
I need my wife. You spend money on it, but I need my wife. Go ahead. Oh, I see you take this stuff serious, y'all. I better be quiet, y'all. She get hot, but
I ain't get hot. No, people told me that's why you came back. People told me that's why.
Lord.
They told me that's why you came back. You needed some security. That's the only reason why you back.
Hey,
if I had known that, I promise you I wouldn't answer that phone that day.
And a lion got 5 female lions with him. Why? He went out of male lion, y'all. It's nature. It ain't just him. Every animal do that. Mm-hmm. Every animal. A man do the same thing. You bother my woman, I run you off. Think about it. Why men fight by their women?
But why? If you got multiple, if you gonna have multiples, why? No, Demetrius, that's impossible to.
They spread it out. I say it in the same household.
Guess what? That's impossible for you to think that. Okay, if a lion, it has just one male on there, Okay, what if the other it would be another male lion? When if it's some more male lions coming,
He gotta go. They gonna run him out.
who gonna run
But
them
the
off?
female, why did the
Who
female?
gonna?
Hold on.
Okay,
Hold on,
but
ask question.
what if the woman one of
Hold
the
on, ask
women
question.
leave?
Ask question. Why the five female lions stay together? They don't fight. Why?
I don't know because God made them that way.
Hey, one male lion. Hey, you got a bull and a pastor. He got 20 female cow.
Okay, I tell you what.
Everybody cool.
I tell you what. You go ahead and start the practice right now. You do your practice right now.
Me do a practice.
Yeah, you go ahead and do your practice.
Y'all boy in the barbershop, you got me in trouble, see?
Now, you got that right. You got that right. I'm just letting you know.
Y'all barbershop boy.
Yeah.
See, I ain't with y'all no more.
That's right.
I love, wait, how about I'm being serious. I don't tell that. You know I'm saying that. But them boys, they boy young. I told you about 35 to 40 now. They young fella. But I been.
That ain't young. I told you I was 40. You told me I wasn't young, so that ain't young.
Oh, but you about 50 years old. You ain't
No,
40.
no. When I told you about me going to California at 40, and you say that ain't young, so they're not young.
No, they ain't young, but I be a woman can be trained to do
what
that.
You said.
I think a woman in the house with the same woman, they can make it in the house. They can't be separated. That's key to it. They got to be in the same household. It work.
Oh.
It work.
So you telling me you okay with if your daughter being in a poly relationship, and you okay with it?
Now you have my dollar.
No.
What?
It's just a yes or a no. If you just saying it'll work.
It'll work. It work. Yeah, it work.
Okay, it'll work.
My dollar can be with one man or another woman in the house. And the man, he taking care of. He gotta be taking care of both of them.
Okay,
it work.
Okay, and you okay with it?
I don't like that.
Why? You just said it. You just said it. Yo, people keep
that ain't my thinking. That ain't my thinking process.
No, you just said it can be done.
Oh yeah, it can work.
Okay, then well, why would it have to be any different? Because it's your daughter.
What you say? You say they want to raise the mindset generation
no,
training that way.
I'm just asking you a question. You were just harping on it and you was in alignment with it. Why is it different? That is your daughter become one of the 4 people that stand in the household?
Yeah, she can do it.
Okay, I'm just letting you know. Okay.
I say the podcast people, hear what I'm saying. I love y'all. My daughter can be with a man and two women in the house. No, the man taking care of him now. He gotta be a what's man. Everybody can't be hurting. He can't be broke. Trying to take care of 3 women or 4 women. He gotta have money now. Everybody gotta be happy.
But that ain't your business about what he got.
No, but that's the key to
it.
Everybody got to be happy.
They will be happy. All
everybody
of them
get the pocketbook they want.
That's right. All of them want. Get
the sex they want.
Yep. Okay.
Get the car they want.
Yep.
Yeah, they be happy.
Mm-hmm.
The bed they want. I'm telling you on the bun, it will work. But quit putting you putting it on me. People in the park think it's me. These boys in the boy, I ain't calling y'all boys in the barbershop, but y'all boys, I hope y'all listen to thing. My wife, I ain't gonna call y'all name because she see y'all gonna get it.
Nah, they ain't gonna get it. You gonna get it.
No, I ain't get it. No. Oh Lord, see y'all boys here with me.
I can see now you all this new segment. It won't get far. I'm gonna shut it down before we even get started.
Honey boy, I ain't even do that. You in danger.
Mm-mm.
You in danger.
I'm not worried. Honey, I promise you, I'm not worried about it at all.
Hey,
not at all.
How this anaconda stuff it belongs to you, baby. You straight. You straight, baby. Calm down now. Calm down. Hey. Honey boy. Look, all I want to say to everybody on the podcast, I'm being serious. I want you to think about your animals in life. All your grasshoppers, all your female frog, male bull, cow, female cow. Every animal in this world had the same issue. It'd be one male, 4 or 5 women. We the only people. And you look at it, a man, you bother a woman, he want to kill you. Now, a female, she get mad, but she ain't trying to kill. But a man, you bother a woman, 2 men, he trying to kill. Now, a woman get mad. So, it make me think God built us this way, but by getting the brain to think and do what we want to do, we call it home to our own self. Now, I ain't with y'all. I'm gonna leave it alone, let my wife finish this up. I'm not with no two-wife system. I understand the boy in the barbershop sold me on it, telling me about the subject, and I listened to the boy talk. And I can see their side, I can see my wife's side, I can see my side. But go ahead. I don't want to tell you what the boy say.
Listen, you all. I think this podcast, if it being a podcast of regret that you that we wish we hadn't published, I don't know if we need to send this to the editor or not. Um, but
He gonna love this here.
the reality is, this is real life, you all. I mean, we can't be so much in a bubble that we think that this type just because we are not practicing. And when I'm saying we, I'm talking about Angie and Demetrius, just because we're not practicing it, we're not trying to conform anybody lifestyle, bedroom, none of that. We were just making it an open discussion to what people are doing. And would you consider, if that was an opportunity that
That
came to
better
you,
cheating on it. You think, Hannibal?
would you think, would you, engage in it, or would you, immediately, would it be just a total hell no? Would it be? So, you know, if this you don't have to worry about this, secure and committed in your relationship, then this is not something that you even have to discuss, because Demetrius and I don't have to discuss this at all, because my answer still would be no. And I think a lot of times when you're talking about cheating, Demetrius, I don't think that when people do poly, they worried about the cheating because he already able to do it.
Cause he
And
going outside the house,
yes,
right?
I don't
See,
think.
she said he going outside the house now. Right? What are you doing?
No,
He
I'm
going
just
outside
saying.
the house, right?
No, I'm just saying. I don't really even
No, how
think.
do he cheat? Where he going?
What you mean?
He going outside the house, honey bunch. He got a girlfriend. He cheating. You leave him going across town to somebody's house or going to the hotel. It's no
But
matter
what if
wrong.
we openly? That's what I'm saying, Demetri. I don't know, would they be considered? And I don't know, like the grounds of considered cheating, because think about it. If our grandparents that had multiple partners, and you knew Mr. John was dating Miss Bertha, and if you knew that, and he already had Miss Bertha, but he stayed at home with Sarah. And if he's staying at home with Sarah, Sarah didn't care. She already knew that's where he was. So she didn't. I don't think even though she had feelings, I don't think it was nothing to be said, because they already knew that that's what it was. So it's just behooves me to even think, like, now in our age range, people been doing it. Your grandparents, way before then, was already doing it with multiple women. Then some people had a whole full fledged families around the same age, where them ladies was pregnant together and they knew it.
Okay. Now what you just say, my grandma, mama, whatever, back before then, men been doing that. They had
Yeah,
a wife.
exactly.
They
Yeah.
wait Monday through Thursday or
But they
Friday.
sure
And the
wasn't up under the
weekend,
same roof. They
they
wasn't
go
up
to
on the same
no,
roof.
no, right. That's where the problem come in. They go to their girlfriend on Saturday and Sunday. Friday, could leave Friday night, go with the girlfriend, come back Sunday night back to the home. And the women ain't have a problem with that. Now, it couldn't stop it. No, they got mad. But what I'm telling you, if they had been in the same household and the woman could talk, I don't mean they would get jealous. Women, y'all built different from a man. A man can't take that. But woman, y'all can take that. Y'all can take two women and y'all can get along. You, y'all have seven, two, one man do both of y'all. Y'all can do it. A man is not gonna do that. He can't. He ain't built that way. God ain't been that way. An animal ain't built that way. So why would you think that a man can be with two men and be one woman? It ain't gonna work. But I'm gonna end this conversation, y'all. It's the Lee Podcast. Life Experience Podcast. My wife gonna close it out for y'all. I love y'all, but I'm telling you, it's for the barbershop man. And then I say, no, I'm cracking joke with my wife. She know how I am. I'm full of it. But then me in the barbershop, y'all in the podcast. I want y'all to see what y'all did now. Y'all almost got me in trouble fooling with y'all. But hey, this what I love. Send me y'all topics And give them number again. Send the topic to us, and I'm gonna bring it up. The barbershop boy do it. Cool. I bring it up. And tell them number again, and you close it out.
All right, that number is if you want to get your topics heard, regardless of what the conversation is about, it has to be something that's in alignment, though, what your conversation is about. And we'll go ahead and post your question and then being able to give our honest opinion or perception about it. You want to text 833-370-1608 and put relationship in the comment. But if you have a question, then you can go ahead and um, access that same number and being able to write your question that you want to be able to hear more from Demetrius and I opinion about. And as we're wrapping up this conversation, I want to be able to tell y'all, thank y'all, those of you who have did input in. You all create some dialogue. Let us know, like, do you know anybody that's practicing poly relationships or in a poly relationship? Give me some of your pros and
Somebody want to
cons
talk
of
about it. Tell them to come on and talk
relationship,
about it. Tell them, come on, let them talk about
relationships,
it.
come on and, make your post or reach out to us. And like I said, we'll love for you to be a guest. But if you want to just be able to create your dialogue and say, Andrew, heck no, I'm not sharing my man with nothing and nobody. And then you might have somebody that's on the opposite side say, yeah, sure. You know what? I'm not, insecure on no levels. And girl, that sister wife can give me a break. So yeah, and things that I don't want to do, let her do it. Let her be the one that do it. But I can promise you all, no matter which way around the spectrum, you will never, ever, ever find somebody that's 100%. I don't care who they are. They may be able to do certain things. Some things about you cannot be duplicated. Demetrius and I already know because we done been single, so we already know what's out there. So you can't be duplicated. And people that have a certain personality, those things can be. And you might be, and so let's address the elephant in the room. It will only be sexual. If you going out there to go get somebody, which is why most people cheat, it's not always just because the person have money. Mentally, yeah, per se, mentally because of whatever she's feeling and emotionally being drained. But like I tell everybody, if those three sisters, attention, affection, and appreciation, if it's not met, I don't give a rat's patootie what is going on. If she's not getting those three things met, she's gonna go. She's gonna straight out that relationship, a poly relationship. She's gonna feel withdrawn from the relationship or the marriage. She still can be functional, but she's just gonna be there, and it's just gonna take just a little opportunity for the right something or someone to get her attention, and she's gonna go. But don't nobody gets up and saying, "Oh, I'm going to go have an affair today." Those things be already pre-calculated in their head, and they knowing if this new girl do this one more time, if this woman do this one more time, uh, I'm gonna do such and such, and then they have no other choice but to go. So
Yeah.
I want you to be able to. I don't want to practice so much of replacing people. I want to practice so much of fixing what you already have. Time, energy, and children coming out. We as individuals, we quick and we move on impulse and we leave the children out. And I know a lot of people, stay together for their children. And a lot of things that, I didn't stay together for mine. And then when I look back on it, things that I regret, that would be one of my top regret that I did not make sure that I put my son hopes, wants, and dreams and needs before my own selfishness. That Demetrius and I still could have separated, but I could have did things a whole lot better. That I didn't realize by moving in an impulsive way, feeding just my emotional part of it, just the emotional part. That I didn't realize I was gonna make him emotional. I was gonna make it harder for him to be able to be molded. Certain things that Demetrius and I think he should have mastered, he didn't because nobody showed it to him. We didn't make sure that need got met. So all this extracurricular activity, yeah, we can go and we can fill in the gaps of sex, the physical attributes, or getting somebody to touch and feel on you. But after a while, you want to know what's gonna be sustainable though. When you no longer can have sex, when that's not even sustainable? What else is going to be able to sustain the relationship if you got all these people there who truly got some genuine love that's going to be able to put up with you? And I done seen people do it. They had all the good sex, but then when they got down and out, the sex didn't survive. The love wasn't no love there because it was just an exchange of money and time and power and status. Why do you think a lot of time people unalive themselves? Because they got caught up in the cycle. And I'm just only telling you that when you put those premature things up front, that's what happened. Like, because I could say, oh, I'll walk out of my marriage and go and, on the days that you're not happy. But what about the days that he's not happy? Do he just supposed to say, oh, Andrew, I'm just going to check out? No. We both got to do that compromise, and we both have to bend. We both have to be able to say, okay, then when we both saying some of the wrong things at the wrong time. You just gonna run out there and go run to somebody else? That is not life. I'm telling you all. So don't get so caught up in the material things and you think you worrying about the instant gratification right now. Because of Demetrius and I, we moved on instant gratification. And here we are in our late 40s and 50s trying to make up what we lost because of moving so fast. And we missed out 10 years moving so fast. So I just want to say, the things that, that I would take back the time that I missed with my child. Where that other person that I call myself leaving my marriage and stuff for, they made it plain and simple to me. Oh, I can't do such and such because, I got to be there for my children. Their children was the topic of conversation every time. Every time. And I could kick myself every time I heard him say that. And I'm going to tell you the reason why. Because he cared enough about the importance of his children and being in their life, where I was so emotional that I didn't give a crap baby's butt about the benefit and the healthiness of mine. And I'm telling you from somebody who went out there. So I'm saying, you can get all the sex you want. But sex does do nothing when they meet something else who they giving more glitter. Grass only turn green, and as the season changes. But if you learn to water and nurture yours, that same stuff that you going for, you can get that. It's called restoration. Some of you all are not willing to go to counseling. Some of you all are not willing to hear or go to church. Some of you all are not reading open up the Bible. You're not willing to do what it takes to make the marriage in order to get it back to a fun, living marriage. You quick to go add other people in. And I'm telling you, adding other people in, that ain't the answer. That is not the answer. Because they going to come with situations too. But one thing I did take from that conversation that Charleston said, it was a conversation that he had about Cardi B and Offset. And he said he didn't care about Cardi B having sex with being pregnant. He said because when men go out there and cheat on their women, they're going to come back and have sex with the pregnant wife, giving her all the spirits that he done got out there in the world. He giving it to his unborn child. He doing the same exact thing. That's one conversation that I agree with Charleston White on. Because men are only thinking emotionally and impulsively. They're not thinking of the soul ties and the spirits trapped in between these people that you entertaining, and you turning a good girl, you turning her bad. And those are the things that I want people to know. So young ladies, if you a good girl and you have family values, don't get tainted of the world and making yourself be doing all these tricks just so you can fit in. I'm going to tell you, it's not going to work. It's going to be short-lived. So, Demetrius, you have anything before I close it out?
No, ma'am. I think you did a good job. Thank y'all for listening to the podcast. Love y'all. See y'all next week.
All right. This is the Lee Life Experience Podcast.
Hi, everyone. I hope you have enjoyed the episode so far. You are here with the Lee Life Experiences. And remember, if you want to get your topics discussed or get our opinion or our perspective, join us at Texas at 833-370-1608 and put relationships in the comment.